All right, Cindy, let's see what you got going on here. So we're gonna take a look at your Boudoir Facebook ad. See, you know, what things, if any, are holding you back from getting more clients. Maybe it's pulling in, kind of a lot of tire kickers, women who have no money, women who ghost in the DMs, women who don't show up to calls, and just nobody has any money. So we're gonna check and see if any of that is being caused by anything in the ad, or maybe things that you're not doing. And what I've already done with some other boudoir photography ads is basically tested what other boudoir photographers are doing kind of in their original ads and looking at their mistakes, the 10 mistakes, and I'll be comparing your ad to the same 10 mistakes today. And then I fix those, a lot of those mistakes, rerun the ad, and on average, I see 2 to 4x more women engaging with the ad, consuming our ad copy, where we should have our full offer. So 2 to 4x more women consuming our full offer, finding out that it exists. And these women are actually more specific as well, which normally means a higher conversion rate. So 2 to 4x volume of more specific women. And, normally that means more sales for the same ad spend and better sustaining ads. So I'm going to be looking at your ad through the same lens, and let's see if we can solve any negative symptoms you may be dealing with. All right, so the top 10 mistakes, the first one I always look at is, does it look like an ad? For that, I look at the creative. And basically, we want it to look like an organic post. But you've got text, boudoir, mini marathon day. So yeah, text on creative instantly makes it look like an ad. So yeah, this is the first mistake, looks like an ad. And this will lead, as women are scrolling through. People don't like to be sold to. People don't want to consume ads. So they're going to keep scrolling right on by, like, just off rip. Oh, I don't want to be sold to. And so, all right, so that's mistake one. So kind of less people come through our ad, going to be less qualified. Our ad will go to worse people because we're not getting as many clicks, as much data as we need to feed the meta ad algorithm. The next four mistakes, so 2 through 5, happen in the first 2 3/4 lines. This is the See More headline. This is where 80% of the ad spend is won or lost. The words we say here, we got to get specific with who we are speaking to, extremely specific. And this is the only spot that we got to do it. So first thing is the 4 specific attributes we want to have up here. The first one is who, kind of a self-label. Who are we speaking to? What is a self-label? When they read it, they would say, oh my God, that's me. So let's see, do we have a who here? No, so we're missing a who. So women scrolling by, these are the only words that they see is what I've got highlighted right now in Facebook feed, which is where most of your, it's the placement where I have the highest amount of impressions. So we're missing that, we don't have it. And so people don't feel like we're speaking to them. They don't feel like our solution is for them. So more are going to scroll on by. And the ones that do click, they're going to be less qualified because they don't feel, again, our solution's for them. So we have not demonstrated that. And so here again, less people through the pipeline, less people booking, they're less qualified, more ghosting, more price hunters, less sales, less ad spend, shutting off ads. And then we say Facebook ads don't work, even though they work for a ton of other boudoir photographers. So that's kind of the result of not having a who here. Next thing we want to have in the See More headline that I have highlighted is we want to have a negative experience. What negative experience are women going through that they're saying in their brain that they want to get away from? And we always, always, always lead with the negative. And that is because humans move away from negative experiences, aka move away from pain and take an action to move away from pain at 100x the rate. Well, to move away from pain to get back to normal at 100x the rate that they do to go from normal to something slightly better, some gain, some pleasure, some positive experience. And so we need to have the negative here. Think of going to the dentist. All right, so we finish our 6-month checkup, checking out, we're paying. And the secretary ladies are like, hey, are you free 179 days from now at 6:45 a.m.? And we're like, dude, I ain't got no clue. I have no idea. But text me later, closer, when I actually know my schedule and I can plan some stuff out. So they text us, month 4, month 5, try to get us on the calendar. We're ignoring them. And 6 months comes and goes. We do not get our 6-month checkup because we're busy. We like the schedule we're at with our business, scaling our business, because we got Boudoir Facebook ads that work. And, kind of the small incremental gain or positive experience from having slightly cleaner teeth and then peace of mind of knowing we don't have any cavities that are going to cost us money. That that slight positive gain, slight positive experience is just not enough for us to break our routine and book the meeting with the dentist, book the appointment. So then they hit us up once, text, 8 months later, 10 months later, 12 months later, and we're still not responding to them. But then month 13, we've got tooth pain. We're eating breakfast and it hurts with every bite. Lunch hurts with every bite. Dinner hurts with every bite. We're trying to sleep. We only sleep like 2 or 3 hours, waking up at night 'cause our teeth are throbbing. They're in so much pain. So the next morning, literally the next morning, we're calling up our dentist being like, what do you mean you can't get me in tomorrow morning? Like, my tooth is killing me. I'm in so much pain. I gotta get rid of this, get back to normal, get back to my normal day-to-day life. Like, yeah, well, hey, we're booked the next 2 weeks, but we can put you on the calendar. And you're like, dude, no way, I'm not waiting 2 weeks. I'm in pain right now. This thing's killing me. And they offered a cancellation list, and you're like, forget it. I'm calling some other dentists. Someone's gotta get me in tomorrow. And we do find someone. We get in. They fix our cavity. No more pain. We're back to normal. So for like 13 months, 400 days, the small positive potential of getting our teeth slightly cleaner, and peace of mind knowing we have no cavities was not enough for 400 days for us to break our schedule and take the action to book the dentist appointment. But dude, just 24 hours with tooth pain, and we're calling them up trying to get in as fast as possible. I'll pay whatever. Just get rid of this pain for me. Get me back to normal. So just one day, the pain causes us to take an action in one day, whereas the pleasure causes us to take no action in even 400 days. So, and this example, the pain is 400x more effective at getting humans to take an action. That is why we lead with the negative experience or pain in our See More headline. So we're missing that. No negative thing here. So we're not meeting the people in their brain what the conversation they're having in their head. So they don't feel we're for them. Even if they do want to do boudoir photography, they're going to go with another competing boudoir photographer. Because once they engage or click on one of these ads, they see 20 boudoir photographer ads of all your competitors that same day in their Facebook and Instagram feeds. This is why we need to get specific with our 4 specific attributes: who, negative, positive, and, well, I'll go through the next ones. So positive, we have a positive here. Feel seen, confident, and powerful. Okay, are there women that say, yeah, there are definitely women that would say in their brain, I want to feel seen, confident, and powerful. Okay, you got a positive, good. So we're calling in the women that want these positives, great. So we're getting more specific. More women will actually be clicking see more compared to if we're more general, which is strange because thinking more specific, less women would click. But no, for the first few kind of magnitudes of increasing specificity, we have more women clicking. More women click see more women read our body copy and get exposed to our offer, which is where our full offer should be, in the body copy, always. That's the point of the ad, because for as many people see our full offer as possible. And then, so since we're more positive, more of the right women coming through, more women who feel like our solution is specifically for them, because they're saying the things they're saying to themselves in their brain. So more bookings, more high quality bookings, lower cost per acquisition, more sales, more revenue, more happy clients, more reviews, scale your business. Okay, the fourth and final specific attribute we want to have up top here in the See More headline is a hesitation slash roadblock with other solutions. So what's some hesitation or roadblock with for some other solutions that could also get the women away from their negative experience and give them the positive experience that they want? Or, maybe this could be with competitor boudoir photographers. What do they have them do or not have them do or lack that our solution does not? That, you know, that the women scrolling are saying, yeah, I want to do boudoir, but I don't want to do that. Or I do want to do boudoir. I wish they had that thing, that feature. That positive thing that I want. And so, yeah, we're missing, since we don't have the negative, positive, and hesitation slash roadblock, we are missing out on the mental triangle of tension. So negative, positive, hesitation slash roadblock, where we've gotten to a point of specificity where nobody else has been as specific with them, and we've got their mind share, their attention to click see more and really read the rest of what we got to offer. All right, so that's where the first 5 mistakes can happen. Let's go to the next, where the next 5 mistakes can happen. And the next 3 can happen in the body copy. So we can think of the See More headline that we just did up here as kind of like hook 1 to get them to click see more, which ... see more is here hiding the rest of our ad copy. They click ... see more to click the rest of the ad copy. And they see they got some more to read. Got to give them a reason to keep reading. Basically, why should they listen to us reason? Like I did at the beginning of this video, showing that I've been able to 2 to 4x the women consuming, reading the ad copy, and they're more specific that we called in with an official See More headline with 4 specific attributes, which, all things being equal, would probably mean more sales for the same ad spend and better sustaining ads, better scaling ads. So yeah, we're missing an authority statement here, why people should read. So, but you don't have much, so it'll just, I guess, decrease a little bit. Leads, qualification, quality of book calls, quality of calls, sales and revenue, stuff like that. Okay, next thing in the body copy is we want to have a story slash narrative. And this is our second punch, part of our 1-2 punch. So our 1-2 punch, the first punch is the See More headline up here, where we're meeting the women in their brain, what they're saying in their brain that they don't want, that they do want, that they don't have to do. That's our See More headline. So that's punch 1. Then punch 2 is a story or a narrative down here that describes what they're going through in their day-to-day life, what's actually going on. It's kind of like we've got a third-person camera recording them, and we're writing out that movie scene of their life. What's going on? What are they thinking? What are they feeling? We're missing that here, and we need that 1-2 punch because we're meeting them in their brain, explaining what's in their brain. We're meeting them, explaining what's in their real life. I mean, we've gotten so specific where we basically turn into a market of one, where it's like this, like whatever these people are offering, it's obviously for me because they've just super described everything that I'm thinking, feeling, my life, and I really got to consider what they're offering here. And people, consideration is the only thing that leads to purchase. People can't purchase if they don't consider us as an option. So this puts us kind of as option 1 in their consideration list. So yeah, we're missing that story/narrative. So we're missing punch too here. So yeah, we're getting less qualified peeps coming through. They don't feel like our offer's for them. Um, they're not going to be good conversations. They're going to ghost. They're going to not follow through. Probably going to ghost the call even if they book. They probably ain't going to buy. Um, all that stuff. The third and final thing we want is we want our full offer in the ad body copy. And we're completely missing that. Um, you know, hair, makeup, cost, duration. How many photos do they get? Can they, is there digital or physical products? So we're missing everything about the offer. So people clicking through are not qualified at all. And I'll explain in the reason why people clicking not being qualified is a super problem. Because it's basically training the meta ad algorithm to go to people, partly weighting it to go to clickers, and those are the wrong peeps because they're not pre-qualified. So that's definitely a mistake. It's going to be a low, link click to conversion rate. As a result, our ad will go to worse people over time, worse prospects, and so our conversion rate just tanks over time, and our ad burns out and dies. All right, the final two mistakes happen here at the bottom of the ad. We want to have nothing at the bottom of the ad, no below creative headline, and no button. 3 reasons for that. The first one, 5% of mistake number 9 is stuff down here makes it look more like an ad. That meshes with mistake 1. And so people keep scrolling. They don't want to consume what we got to say here. Reason 2 for mistake number 9, 15% is when someone's reading up here and they're scrolling, their brain subconscious doesn't actually register it till they're like here and their eyes are looking at this. But if there's any incongruence in what we've said here below creative headline to what we said here in the see more headline, aka the above creative headline, it's going to trigger the error detection network in their brain. So it's going to go error, incongruent, confusing, keep scrolling. And this all happens automatically. So just text here, it's 99% of the time going to be a negative, going to be incongruent, going to be a mistake. And 1% of the time, okay, it'll be congruent. But if the sentence appears relevant anyways, they're going to scroll up and read the sentence anyways. So it's always a negative to have text here in the bottom left. And then, so that's the first 2 reasons for mistake 9. The third reason for mistake 9 is 80% of the reason why this is a mistake is this stuff down here gives people something to click on to then go and view our landing page sales page before being pre-qualified. And here's why that's an issue. The meta ad algorithm, yes, it optimizes to those people that converts, which is a very tiny pool of people. But there's also some weighting or who it optimizes to show the ad to in the future based off of who is clicking to go to the page. So if people aren't being pre-qualified, we're having non-qualified people, aka if they knew what we were offering and they got qualified reading the body copy, they would not have clicked because it's not for them, but they get to the sales page, landing page, and then they find it's not for them. Our ad that's still weighting our meta ad to go to those people, those same data points on their profiles, similar to the data points on the meta profile of the people that are clicking. And obviously the data points on the meta profiles of the people that are converting as well. So honestly, the best thing is actually have one link click, one conversion for every link click, because Meta is gonna send the ads to people that are converting cool, and partially weighted with that group of people, small group, and then partially weighted with people that are clicking on the ad to go to the page. But it's the same pool, it's the same people. It's only the people who have converted that have gone to the page. So that is 80% of the reason why stuff below the creative is always a mistake to have. Because our ads go to worse and worse prospects over time, who have even lower and lower conversion, conversion rates in general over time, which is just a downward spiral of despair of our ad dying and burning out. So finally, mistake number 10. Let's see, landing page, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So your objective. I do not know which objective you're using, but the most common objective used among Boudoir Facebook ad runners is leads, and leads is always, always, always a mistake to use. And here's why. When an objective is chosen, Meta goes to the 6% slice of the market or the city that we're targeting, 6% slice of the audience, and it says, hey, let's show the ads to the 6% slice that likes to, fill out lead forms. And we're going to show our ads to like the 95th percentile, the most probable to fill out lead forms, related to these keywords, or maybe they have these keywords on their profile because they've been saying it on the phone to their friends. Because Facebook app and Instagram app are always listening to us through the microphone on our phone. And so our ads are just going to this tiny slice of the market that likes to fill out lead forms, that has the data on their profiles to fill out lead forms. The problem is those meta profiles do not have data of responding to emails or texts or calls after filling out the lead form. No data points of booking a call after filling out a lead form. No data points of showing up to the call after filling out a lead form. No data points of buying after filling out a lead form. So a small percentage of the lead form people will do that. But if we want sales, if we want buyers, let's just choose the objective that goes to the profiles with the highest chance of buying after clicking on the ad instead of filling out the lead form. So we get some, front end feel good metric of higher email list, higher email list numbers. Okay, well, we're filling our email list of people that don't buy, or like 1 or 2% that buy. Probably less, honestly. So that is the reason why leads is a mistake. But I don't know what objective you're using, so I'll give you half a mistake for mistake 10. All right, now we're gonna score you and see how you compare to everyone else. So does it look like an ad? Yes. So mistake 1. A who? No who. Mistake 2. No negative. Mistake 3. Got a positive. That's good. No hesitation / roadblock. Mistake 4. No authority. Mistake 5. No story / narrative. Mistake 6. No full offer. Mistake 7. Stuff below the ad. Mistake 8. And half a mistake for the objective. A mistake 8.5. So you got 8.5 out of 10 mistakes. And the average Boudoir, the average for Boudoir ads that I've seen is 7.5 out of 10. So yeah, you're right around the average. But as you can see, there's some small tweaks. Well, a lot of small tweaks add up to big ads that work better. And I consider, well, so if you're not getting the results you want with this ad, you're not getting as many bookings as you want, or as you hope for, or ads burn as fast. They're not qualified. It's because I consider the Boudoir Facebook ads that have more than 2 out of 10 mistakes to be a broken down Boudoir Facebook ad, similar to a broken down car. So, car's not working right. And where do we bring a broken down car? Bring it to a car mechanic. Similarly, where do we bring our broken down Boudoir Facebook ad? We bring it to a Boudoir Facebook ad mechanic. So I do have a Boudoir Facebook ad mechanic offer to solve a lot of these things, get you better ads today. So yeah, basically if you want better ads, bring in more qualified prospects, higher probability of the ad sustaining, getting positive ROAS, return on ad spend, higher ROI, or one that just higher probability to get clients. Here's the offer today. So I look at the 10 mistakes, I smush them down to actually 5 root cause problems. So I'll be diagnosing you now. It's 5 root cause problems. Potential root cause problem 1, does it look like an ad? Yes, so you have root cause problem number 1. Potential root cause problem number 2. We need a See More headline that has 4 specific attributes in it. Your See More headline has 1 out of 4 specific attributes in it, just the positive. So yes, you do have root cause problem number 2. Root cause problem number 3, we need ad copy with the 3 sections: authority, story/narrative, and full offer. So you're missing all 3 sections. So yes, you have root cause problem number 3, causing your ad to be, Boudoir Facebook ad to be broken down. Root cause problem number 4 is below creative headline and button below the ad. Yes, you do have root cause problem number 4. And root cause problem number 5 is the objective. If we want buyers, we got to use the correct objective to go to buyers. It's going to be less leads, but they're going to be more quality and way higher probability of paying. So I don't know if you have root cause problem number 5, so I'll give you half. So that's 4.5 out of 5 root cause problems of your Boudoir Facebook ad being broken down. And so I got 2 solutions for you today. The first one is I fix root cause problems of 1 Boudoir Facebook ad for $50 each. And you can choose, 1 to the maximum number, whichever ones I said today, to fix. Or you could choose all of them, which would be 4.5 times 50, $225 to get you better Boudoir Facebook ads. And then you could take those fixes and move them, to your future ads as well. So that's done for you. And solution number 2 that I have is probably much better value, where I will, basically work on as many ads as you want, fix all the mistakes. We can work on these ones, make new ones, or both, and it's all done for you. That's simply $100 a month. Cancel anytime. So that one's a better deal. But yeah, that'll allow us to take you from broken down Boudoir Facebook ads to hopefully scaling your business. More freedom, more high-paying clients, less time, less stress, less frustration. Yeah, so you got my phone number, you got my email, and then whatever social media platform you're watching this on, you can DM me. Hit me up however you want. And when you hit me up, I'll ask you what you got for me, and yeah, we'll go from there. All right, that's everything. Adios.